protests have been going on for days over rampant water shortages and power outages. The human rights organization that provided this video says it shows riot police shooting at protesters in Suzangerd, a city in the southwest of the country, in the oil-rich region of Khuzestan. It's also home to ethnic Arabs who say they've been discriminated against by Tehran. Several people were killed in the protests, with authorities immediately blaming rioters. For protesters, security forces are responsible.
We should be focused on protecting the rights of the local community to peacefully protest and have the space without fear to make their demands heard by local and national authorities. And the pattern of abuse that has been going on for decades against protesters makes us very concerned about how the government could escalate.
Iran has suffered from droughts for decades, but this one is particularly bad. Precipitation had decreased by 60% from March to May as compared to the year before. And the droughts are set to only get worse due to climate change. Experts blame Iran's strategy of diverting water from ethnic minority areas to central parts of the country, leaving millions of Iranians suffering from shortages for long periods in the middle of the summer. Water expert Professor Kaveh Madani was hired to overhaul Iran's environmental management in 2017, only to be forced to flee the country a few months later. He blames the current woes on Iran's failure to reform.
The province of Khuzestan, you should know this, that last 2 years experienced a lot of floods. It had unprecedented amounts of rainfall. When you build a lot of reservoirs, then you expect that you have the power to regulate water and keep it and store it for the upcoming drought. But this didn't happen because Iran didn't plan well for creating a balance between water supply and water demand.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in the country, there were heavy floods, which critics say could also have been prevented with proper management.